What's going on? This is Coach Tex. Real quick before we get started, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe on the video real quick. Well, you can't really comment on it yet. I haven't said anything, but subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I'm putting out some good information for you guys. Okay. Today, it's going to be a real quick video, hopefully, if I don't get to rambling too long. But the number one, well, not the number one. What am I talking about? That's another video. Today, we're going to talk about if reading sports books, sports psychology books, or just reading anything about the sport you're playing will help you become a better player. I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm going to get into it real quick. I don't have any notes. I'm just going to speak my mind. So, guys, honestly, reading about anything that you want to get information on is great for you, okay? It just depends on what source you're getting it from and what type of information you're getting, okay? Now, let's say if you want to read up on how to shoot better, okay? Now, some books, may have that information in there, or it may be coming from a person that wasn't a great shooter. You never know. Or it could be coming from a person that's a good shooter. Sometimes, some people that are really good at something, they're not good in explaining it, but hopefully if they took the time to write a book about something, a specific part of sports or anything, they know what they're talking about. But it just depends, okay? But any information that you obtain from, a lot of times from places, you're going to get something out of it. Now, you may read a book and the whole book may not be everything that you, may not have everything that you want, but you may be able to pick something out of there. One thing I always recommend, since I was younger, I remember teachers used to tell me, like, hey, and my mom used to tell me, if you have to read something more than once or more than twice, then you're not reading well. And I think that's a lot. I think if you read a book, you should at least read the book 5 times in order to obtain things. It's just like, to me, that's like if you go to the gym and shoot a jump shot, right? And you go to the gym and you shoot one jump shot and leave. That's not going to make you a good shooter, right? You go to the batting cages, you swing at one pitch, right? It's not going to make you better at something. You have to do stuff repeatedly, and that's how you obtain it. You go do different things. You do math problems in school or whatever it may be. Or let's say you're working or you're playing a video game. Okay? The first time you play the first stage, it's not going to always be easy, and you're not going to always just breeze through it, right? You have to go through it to know and repeat it to understand or get, hey, okay, I remember I had to jump here and I got to kill this little monster here and this, that, and other, and you get that. And it's obtained in your mind, right? The more you do it, the more you'll get better and the more you obtain the information. Now, one very important thing, guys, in sports is a physical activity. Now, a sport is a physical activity, but at the same time, in order to be great at it, a lot of times you have to have the physical and the mental together, right? So I could read a book about how to be a great hitter in baseball or how to swing at a golf or be a better putter in golf, right? But once I read this stuff, I have to, one, go apply it, and then I have to go and apply it and find out what works for me, right? So certain stuff, you might not want to take the information verbatim and do exactly what it is, right? Because your game may be different. Let's say, like, I'm 6'6", right? The way I swing at a golf club is different than a dude maybe that's 5'10". I don't play golf, but you guys get what I'm saying. So if a 5'10" guy writes a book, or a 5'7" guy writes a book about how to be a better driver on a golf course, or hit a better drive on a golf course, or things of that nature, it's going to be a little bit different than I would. So his technique, he may be saying certain things, but it may be things I need to tweak. And also, the whole reason you are reading the book is to be able to perform on the actual playing field, right? So, if you don't apply what you learned to the playing field and do that repeatedly as well, you may not see results. Okay? They kind of go hand in hand. If your coach, when your coach is giving you information, it's stuff that he's obtained, whether it be from a book, his experiences, all that stuff. So if he tells you, hey, Bobby, you need to hold your elbow in when you shoot a jump shot. Okay, he got that from somewhere, right? Now, you have, as the player, Bobby, you have to make a decision. Am I going to continue to keep my elbow out and not listen? Am I going to bring it in just a little bit, or am I going to bring it in as tight as coach was telling me to do it to be better? So, yes, reading books, looking up YouTube information, doing research online about sports psychology, techniques, strategies. Yes, all of that stuff can help. But one, like I said, you have to read the information repeatedly that you believe. You also have to take parts of it and find out what works for you. And when you do those things, you have to do that stuff repeatedly. Okay, over and over and over again to get better. Okay, reading a book just once is not going to make you an expert at the knowledge in the book. Applying the skill once is not going to make you an expert. Okay, once you apply the skill and learn what works for you, just doing that once or twice is not going to work for you. Last example is just like with me. Okay, I remember working on jump stops a lot when I was in middle school, right? And one of my buddies was teaching me how to do a jump stop. This is the jump stop layup or jump stop floater was the Euro step layup before that. So I remember when people started jump stopping a whole lot, and it was a big deal when I was in middle school and high school, like a jump stop layup floater and all that stuff. It was a big deal to learn how to do that, right? And I remember one of my friends, my friend that taught me, he taught me how to do it, but he would slam his feet. So he would jump and slam and then jump back up. That didn't work for me, okay, because I was already slow. He was fast, so he would jump and slam and then up fake or something and then jump into it or do other moves out of the jump stop, right? With me, I needed to do it quick and be light, but it took me playing and applying it in games or applying it in pickup or applying it at the rec center for me to figure out, okay, well, this slamming my feet on my jump stop didn't work for me. So it just took a little while for me to find it. Then once I did that, I learned how to add variations to it, and I would work on it and work on it and work on it. I add extra moves onto it that my buddy used to do, but I would put my own spin on it. And I remember him seeing me probably like the next summer, because he taught me all summer and in a little bit of the fall. I remember him seeing me next summer in the game, and after the game, he was like, man, like, your jump stop is better than mine. Like, the moves you do out of, I had a mean jump stop in the 9th grade. Like, mean jump stop game. Like, I had to go baseline, jump stop toward the block, okay, finish with a reverse on the other end. I mean, I had it with the left, the right, the jump stop, fade away, all of that stuff. So, in my game, even though my buddy taught me how to do the jump stop layup stuff, or how to do the jump stop correctly, okay, I figured out I can't do the stuff that he taught me exactly how he did it because it does not work for me exactly the same way. So when you get information from any source, you have to figure out what works for you, okay? And you have to apply it and work on it, put your own spin on it, and that's what's going to make you better, whether it be reading a book, watching a YouTube video, looking up stuff online, your coach telling you something, your trainer, okay? Work on it and find out what works for you and repeatedly do what works for you over and over and over and over till you master it. And you can also go back to the basics and read it again. Go back to the basics and read it again. Apply it, watch film, all of that stuff, okay? So the end result is, or what I'm saying is, yes, reading books about sports can work, but you have to put both together. You can't just read a book and go out there and do it. You can't just go out there and play and not know how the stuff in this book, okay, and do it. It goes hand in hand. All right. Comment, like, subscribe. You guys have any suggestions on anything you want me to talk about, let me know, man. See you later.